So yes, before anybody asks, this is a 100% real thing that happened to me. Basically, something bad happened to a friend of mine, which I will not go into detail, but it caused me to start dissociating due to the amount of stress I experienced because I was really terrified of what would happen to them. Don't worry, they're fine now, by the way. But like 2 people in my life had something bad happen to them today. And I was trying to calm myself down in the video, but when I dissociate, I end up regressing, and you could see that I do end up unfortunately having a tic where I hit myself. I wanted to share this video of me dissociating to spread awareness about mental health, and a lot of common questions I get asked is like, how come you regress when you're dissociating? Honestly, I don't know, but those 2 things are connected. And age regression is actually not a coping mechanism. It's a defense mechanism that your brain puts up to protect itself from further stress. By the way, I also had to mute this video because in the background there was copyrighted music playing in the next room from me, so I didn't want to risk getting DMCA'd again. Dissociation is a very common defense mechanism that your brain uses to protect itself. Basically, what dissociation is that you feel like you left your body and you don't remember anything that happened during a stressful event. So that is what dissociation is. It's also called derealization, which is technically a form of dissociation, which I do deal with a lot. Whenever this happens to me, it feels like I am outside of my body and that I am not really real, that I don't exist. And my brain kind of turns off and it feels like I fell asleep, and I usually don't remember anything that happened after this happens to me. A very common misconception about dissociation is that it only happens to people who have DID, also known as dissociative identity disorder. That is nowhere near true. Dissociation is very common for autistic people to experience, for people with any form of psychosis to experience, people who are affected by borderline personality disorder experience it. There have been even reported cases of people with antisocial personality disorder experiencing it. Pretty much you name the mental disorder, pretty much every single mental disorder under the sun or a mental disability under the sun can cause dissociation. Unfortunately, during my dissociation episodes, I tend to harm myself. Luckily, they have become more manageable thanks to me taking antipsychotics to help with my dissociation, my hallucinations, and my delusions. What piece of advice would I give people who have a loved one struggling with dissociation? A lot of people think that hugging them or holding them is the right solution to bring them back. Please don't ever touch someone who's dissociating without their consent. It will trigger them more, and it could cause further dissociation or even a full-blown panic attack. I've had people try to touch me when I'm dissociating, and it's never a good idea to do that to someone without consent. Dissociation and panic attacks are very similar. So please ask your loved ones what they would like for you to do when this happens to them. And by this point in the video, you could see that I am partially but not fully back to reality.